Hey, what's up, guys? It's Monday, start of a new week. I have some new positions to update you on. Currently, I'm up about 220 on the day. My Tesla put at 205 expires on the 25th. We still have about $408 to collect. Tesla's at 219, so we're still a little over $14 out of the money. I will definitely pick up these shares at 205 if it gets down this low. If not, then hey, I'll have on the 25th, I'll have my capital back to reinvest in something else. SoFi puts. So I closed. Hold on. Damn, SoFi is up over 10% again. Dude, this thing is ripping 28% in a month and over 18% in a week. That is insane. But anyways, I had the 7.5 puts. I closed them out because SoFi was up so much. I closed them out at $7 per contract. Ended up being $70. And then I had enough capital to reopen 4 of the $8 for 10. So I closed the other ones for $7 each, and I opened the 8s for $10 each. So, a little bit of an update. I think SoFi would have to fall over 20% for these $8 to actually get in the money, and the 20% is unlikely. And if it does, I will take ownership of the 400 shares at $8. Decent price. It's a lot better than the price now. So, and the biggest position I have is I bought 100 shares of INF Phase. So since I closed out the other 6 SoFi puts, because I had 10 and I have 4 new ones, so there's 6 of them that I closed. I did not have enough capital I really wanted to get an INF Phase and this earnings that they have coming up. If you go year to date, INF Phase is actually trading near its low. See, it gets down to like about 100 or so, bounces up here, 95, bounces up, 100, bounces up. So it's kind of on the downside of the year. So, and it has earnings, so the implied volatility is spiked. I wonder how much does it say? Yeah, 80, almost 89% implied volatility on the right side. That's 90%. Yeah, that's crazy. So since I didn't have enough to share, I really wanted to sell a $80 put or an $85 put, but I only had enough. I think I only had 7,000 worth of capital, which means I could only sell a $70 put, and those weren't paying hardly anything at all. So I'm doing my in the money strategy I've talked about in one of my videos where I talked about in the money, at the money, or out of the money. Go check that out if you haven't. So when I didn't have enough to sell a put, but I did have enough to buy 100 shares and sell a call. So that's what I did. Bought 100 shares at $100.58. Scroll down, I sold it in the money call. So basically, I'm going to collect $955 and I'm going to sell it at $95. So if it's $5 under what I bought it for, but I'm collecting $955, which makes my break even $104.55. And I bought it around 155 cents. So this is about, I think it's $397, but we're just going to say about 400. So this is about a $400 trade. If INF Phase expires above $95, I will profit $400, which is for about 4.5%. No, I'm sorry, 4%. It's about 4% trade. And if INF Phase goes below $95 at expiration, because let's say they miss earnings or whatever, then I will collect the $955 credit, which is a 9.5% return. So best case, I just make the $400 and then I get my, I sell INF Phase and get my cash back for a new trade. Personally, I don't really want to own the stock too bad, but if I have to, that's fine. So we're either going to make $400 and sell the stock, which is 4%, or we're making $950 and we're going to keep the stock, and then we're going to sell another covered call on it after the 25th when this expires. So we're going to, sell another one if this expires worthless. And this 955, since I bought it at 158 cents, this 955 will hedge me. It gives me this credit, and it'll hedge me all the way down to about $90 in about $91? Yeah. So if you take $100.58 minus $9.55, that's technically got me hedged all the way down to $91 roughly. Therefore, if INF Phase fell all the way down to $91, I wouldn't actually lose any money because this covered call would just basically go to zero, and my account would stay the same. So account-wise, I'm hedged down to about $91. If it does hit $91 or under, I'll collect the 955, blah, blah, blah. So that is the new trade right now. Definitely excited for it. I mean, 4% or 9.5%. Those both sound great to me. And look when I sold it. I sold it today. So 11 days. In 11 days, I'm going to either make 4% or 9.5%. That's an insane value on your money. Insane value. 4% or 9.5% is insane. So I'm looking forward to see which one happens. Like I said, my train of thought when I made the trade was just to collect the 400 and then get out of INF Phase and then go into another, roll my capital into another stock after the 25th. But so I got my INF Phase expiring on the 25th, my Tesla expiring on the 25th, and then SoFi. I had some extra cash, and I really wanted to put it to use. I was like, well, I don't want to just leave cash on the sidelines. So I decided to sell super safe SoFi puts just to make a little over 1% gain in about, 2.5 weeks? About three trading weeks, because this whole trading week, and then the next, and then the next. So 3 full trading weeks make me a little over 1% instead of making 0% and just letting the cash sit there and doing nothing with it. Decided to make a little over 1% on this smaller trade. But yeah, guys, that's my update for my account. I do have a little bit of extra money in the buying power. I'm probably just gonna keep that there just in case. I don't know, worst case, let's see, Tesla falls to like 190. I'm gonna need that extra buying power to hedge for that. And if INF Phase were to tank really hard, I'd still need that buying power. So I'm leaving a little bit in here for those reasons specifically. That's it, guys. INF Phase, or I'm sorry, not INF Phase. Nvidia is just ripping. I mean, this thing is insane. I got out right around here, probably right around the 7th. It was around like 127, I think, is when I just decided to get all the way out, and it is still going. I mean, up 19% in a month. It's went from 102 straight up. It's almost at all-time highs, I think. 140, yeah. 140 is its all-time high. What did it get to today? Wow, very, very close. So maybe there's some resistance up there at the all-time high. Let's see. It's I like to go to the 1 year. If you really want to go, you can go to like TradingView or Webull for way better charts. But since I'm here recording for you guys, I'm just going to use the Robinhood. So this is the daily. As you can see, I'm scrolling across. RSI on the daily is at 71. So we've officially crossed the overbought territory. And as you can see, every time it gets in the white zone up here, it falls back down. And it falls back down. And now we're starting to approach that white zone. So it might have a slight more way because it looks like it likes to go to around closer to 80. Here's 80, hit 83. So maybe we got a little more runway, and then it's probably either going to stabilize a little bit. Like up here, stock stabilized, and while it stabilized, it slightly went down. The RSI dropped a lot.